everyone, I could not wait until Wednesday to do an update vlog. I went to the library yesterday and checked out Jillian Michael's book, Master Your Metabolism, and started reading it last night right before I started to fall asleep. I think I read like 2 pages last night, but it got me hooked enough to first thing in the morning, that's just what I wanted to read. So now I'm on page 14. Not a whole lot longer when the kids have to wake up in the morning and I have to go and give them breakfast and whatever. There is just so much stuff that affects our health, and not just losing weight, but other things in our environment that affect us. And man, I just really want my family to be healthy. In the middle of September, when Zeke went to the hospital because he had pneumonia and was really having trouble breathing, that kind of spurred me on to want to make sure that our house is a healthy place for our family to live. And if anyone has ever experienced a child in the hospital, it is so scary to sit there and watch your son or daughter be hooked up to all these wires that's helping them, and it's a good thing that they're there, but it's so scary to watch them. And Zeke was such a trooper, and he was so funny and happy, and he was talking to all the nurses and loved all the attention he got. But it was not a happy time to have to be in there. And so that has really spurred me on to just want to make a change in my whole entire family's life. Not only the way that we eat healthy, but what we have in the house that affects us as well. So I've been reading Jillian's book just yesterday and this morning, and I want to just share with you a few things that have really gotten me hooked on her book. I can't wait until the next time that I have some time to just sit and read. Any of you want to go and get her book from the library or go buy it and want to read through it while I'm reading it, and we can kind of help each other like process the stuff and encourage each other to make these changes to make our lives healthier and the lives of our family healthier too. That would be awesome to do. The first thing that made me really excited when I read this, that I actually text messaged this to my sister-in-law, was, believe it or not, I fine-tuned this plan to the point where I can eat 2,000 calories a day and hit the gym for only 2 or 3 hours a week and still manage to maintain my physique. So right there I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I want to eat. I love to eat. It's great. So if I can learn through this book healthy stuff to eat and working out like a doable amount of time, that would be awesome. Now here's part that is kind of scary, but is really kind of why I didn't want to wait until Wednesday to start sharing this. Obesity, not to mention premature aging and disease, is caused by hormonal imbalances that gradually wear down the endocrine system until it is tricked into packing on the pounds. And once your metabolism thinks you want to put on weight, it does all it can to accommodate you. How scary is that? Obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death. Smoking is number 1. People who are obese are 50 to 100% more likely to die earlier than people of normal weight. They also have a higher rate of many debilitating and or deadly conditions. And that, as being a mom, like, that really scares me, because I want to be around for the lives of not only my kids but my grandkids, and maybe hopefully even my great-grandchildren. What about the chemicals in our air, water, cosmetics, clothes? I didn't even think anything of cosmetics. I don't wear makeup. Tim doesn't really like it, and I don't know how to put it on. But that would be something scary that you're putting directly on your skin, on your face every day, to look and see what it's made of. What about weed killer on your neighbor's lawns, or plastics that invade every corner of the world? I have watched so many people I love go down the path of hormone-induced early death. What about that guy with a barrel of heart attack fat strapped around his waist, the woman who finds a lump on her breast at age 28, or even the kid who gets diagnosed with adult onset type 2 diabetes before he's allowed to watch a PG-13 movie? These are like really heavy issues that so many people, especially in America, deal with. And I think a lot of it's just this easy lifestyle that we try to make things easy for ourselves, but we're killing ourselves. The last part that I've noted was the diagnosis rate of diabetes has shot up 40% in the past decade. We have to wake up and realize that every bite we take, every lifestyle choice we make matters. Not just for calories or fat or carbs, but because those bites or choices tell our bodies how to react. When we pick the wrong foods or surround ourselves with toxic chemicals, each moment of consumption tells our hormones to do things that consciously we would never want them to do. And I'm kind of in awe of how God has been talking to me kind of about toxic chemicals that are in our house. I bought some type of like Melaleuca oil based bathroom cleaner for the kids' bathroom after two of my sister-in-laws said that they use it, and we're able to like just go in and clean the bathroom while the kids are sleeping or whenever, like not really have to worry about where the kids are whenever they're cleaning the house. And our kids' room is right next to the bathroom, and I would like to clean the bathroom when they're asleep or something out of the way, so that they're not going to come into the bathroom while I was cleaning with those harsh chemicals. But I didn't want to do it while they're sleeping either, because the fumes would go into their room, and I knew that wasn't great, but I still had the stuff in the house. And so I went ahead and I bought this other cleaning supplies that's all natural, plant-based or oil, whatever, that I can use. They can even be in the bathroom when I'm cleaning, and it's no big deal. And that was probably the first initial thing, and that was only because I didn't want the kids around the fumes. I wasn't really even thinking about how it's going to affect me. I figured, oh, I'm an adult, I'm okay, but my kids need me, and I need to be healthy, and I need to make healthy choices for me and Tim as well. When Zeke went into the hospital, that made me really nervous about respiratory problems and what all we have in the house. And then I had a pastor's wife that I'm really close to and I really respect and look up to, who encouraged me to throw away all the chemicals that we have in the house, all the toxic chemicals that we have. And I kind of thought, like, yeah, that would be a great idea, but I think I'm going to use them all up first because to save money. But then just the other day at Bible study, there was a couple women in there. One was sharing about how herself has been affected so badly by chemicals in the house and how she has so many diseases now because of what her environment was. And then another mom who has a young child who nothing hereditary has spurred it on except for only like outside environmental things have caused a very bad health where they have to watch their son's life very closely of what he's surrounded by, what he eats, and it just brings on nothing except for like paranoia, and it's just so scary. So after Bible study I went and I talked to my pastor's wife friend and was just asking her, like, okay, so what do you do? What do you clean with? Because she had told me that she just uses like water and vinegar and baking soda or something like that. And so I just had tons and tons of questions for her on this, and she ended up sending me a link to a website that actually goes through and has like the recipe for your own homemade, safe, non-toxic cleaning supplies. So I went through the house. We have 3 bathrooms in the house, and so I would stock up and have enough on each floor. Our bathrooms are on 3 different floors, and so instead of having to carry my cleaning supplies up and down the stairs, I would just stock up and have them on each floor, and then I would have a whole another stock in the laundry room for when I would run out in the bathrooms. So let me show you what I have thrown out. I have all 3 of these boxes behind me of cleaning supplies that, I mean, this whole entire box is all Lysol wipes. That's crazy. I had those all over the house. And I was getting kind of teary-eyed going through the house and bringing these boxes out to the garage because that's a lot of money back there. And I'm still kind of struggling between, should I go and figure out the right place to throw these chemicals away, or should I give them away on free cycle? They're harmful for somebody else, but there's a lot of people out there that buy these things. I was one of those until like last week, and it would be a huge money saver for those people. I don't know. I'm still going back and forth of what I want to do with that. And then I want to show you, this is the cleaning supplies. I went to Walmart yesterday and got some spray bottles. They even have a little place where you like write the whatever you have in it. And so I have that one and I have this one. So this is my disinfectant, and then I have my all-purpose cleaning, and then I bought a cute little bucket thing so I can carry it around the house and I don't have to buy multiples and multiples of cleaning supplies. It won't kill me to have to carry a little bucket of cleaning supplies around the house. That'll give me a few extra calories to burn as I do it. So that's just been on my heart this morning, just really wanting to share it with you guys and encourage you to look at your environment. What are you doing? I'm excited to read this book. I know it's going to be very convicting. I know there's going to be a lot of stuff in my pantry that I'm going to have to be throwing away pretty soon, I'm sure. that's just not healthy for us to eat. Yeah, we're eating low-fat stuff. Yeah, we're watching our calories and everything, and I've been able to lose weight, but I'm sure there's tons of stuff in there that we should not be eating. And our brand new cookie jar that Tim and I just decorated and made, and I put cookies in there, they're so not healthy for me, and it's such a trigger food, and I'm hungrier after I eat some of them, and it's just frustrating. I even measured them out, made sure they were ½ an ounce each, and it's only like 1 point if I eat one of them, 3 points if I eat 2 of them. So they're not too bad. I mean, I could have them, but after I eat 1 or 2, I'm still craving them, and I'm hungrier than I was if I had just not even eaten one of them. There's going to be a lot of conviction in this book, I'm sure, about food and about chemicals that were around, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see how I can keep my family healthy, especially after Zeke was in the hospital. I mean, there's nothing like a scare to really get you going and doing the things that you need to do. One thing that I was reading about all these diseases in her book, and how obesity and just being overweight really affects your health, was thinking, you know, if there's somebody that's struggling, like, I know I need to lose the weight, but I don't want to, it's so much hard work, da, 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 da. You know, a good motivator that I was thinking that might be, it should be a scary motivator at the same time, would be go to the doctor and see how you're doing. Let them check you over and see what's going on in your body and actually see like how serious it is. So that might be a great motivator for some people if you need that extra oomph to get you going. So something scary that I'm sure none of us want to face, but also good to know what's going on in your own body. And then when you're working out and you're getting healthy, like, how much cooler to be able to see, like, I don't have that anymore. I don't have to be on these medications anymore. Look what I did. Look what I accomplished. So I hope this was helpful and encouraging. If you want to go get the book and read it at the same time that I am, I would absolutely love that, to have a little bit of encouragement as we're going through this and thinking through these things, because I'm sure some of this stuff is going to be hard. Like, I still have these chemicals sitting behind me in our garage. They've been out here for a few days. They're not in the house, but they're still around. And so I'm not all the way there yet.